you know what it is. One time for the one time when the milkman slides. Woo, you know what it is. He gotta hit you with that. Yo, the milkman is in the building.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Aja, representing Aspect 3 Health.
What up? I'm Just Bri.
Yo, look at that. We did it again. Another one. We can just copy and paste that on every video moving forward. It is Monday night. You know what that means. It can only mean one thing. We are back for another episode of The Last Word. It's my health. It's your health. It's our health. We got to take care of ourselves. What? Physically, mentally, spiritually, all in one. We back. We here. I think before I hit the whole hey yo business, I want to ask y'all if y'all can like and share this thing up. Drop a comment. Let us know if you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hey. Let us know we're not alone. You certainly are not. You don't have to be working on a weight loss plan. You just have to be working on something. If you're trying to be the best version of yourself, then you are welcome here on this evening. Tag a friend. Get your mom, uncle, cousin, Terry in the building. Woo! Hey, yo. Asha,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, let's go. Hey yo, Bree.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm chilling.
Oh,
I am chilling.
okay.
You know?
We got high vibes. We got chilling vibes. Okay, what kind of vibes we got? I like it. That's what's up.
Hey, yo, Milk.
Hey, yo, what up?
How you doing?
How I'm doing? Did you just try to hit your best Joey Tribbiani? No, I'm just playing.
I did. I did. While Joey Tribbiani on.
How you doing? I'm cool, man. You know what? I'm blessed and highly favored. There's always something if I want to look hard enough and I ain't got to look too far to complain about. But on this evening, I am blessed. I'm highly favored. I'm not in a lot of pain. I've done what I said I wanted to do. I've accomplished on today what I wanted to accomplish. And it's Monday. So, I ain't had a whole lot of time to fail just yet.
I am having the hardest time trying to get to my Just Bri page.
I see you
I'm trying so hard because I'd be noticing in the reels that I'm always looking down at my phone because I cannot multitask, right? But yeah, this is interesting.
Right. Like if I was to click this one up right now, you literally asked me how I was doing and looked away.
I'm listening. I'm totally listening. Right?
I really care about how you're doing.
I'm still trying to share. And how
you're
do I do
doing
this
great this week, bro? I promise.
Every week I forget how to get to my it's really a problem, honestly. It's really a problem.
It's that short-term memory.
I got it. I got
it. As you get old, it's that short.
It makes me feel real old though because I feel like, how do you work this technology,
bro? What'd you say the other day? We saw the internet coming. The next folks around the way saw AI coming. We're gonna be lost. Okay, so try to keep up as best you can and teach me.
I already know. I'm like, this is why I gotta live with one of my kids when I get old because I already know with all this AI and these videos and stuff, I know I'm gonna get scammed in my old age. Like, just keep me off the internet.
Hey, and we judge. I
judge my mama so bad, but when I tell you, I know I'm going to. This is gonna be so hard to tell.
They're gonna use my face to do it. They're gonna call you and be like, you gonna think it's me.
Yeah.
I'm
be like, I loaned you money. Like, no, you didn't.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that is gonna be scandalous.
I'm telling you. I need
your
somebody
bank account hacked was a problem.
I need somebody to watch me because I was just actually watching this thing about the internet, the scams with the people who tell you they love you and whatnot. What is it called? The romance scams or whatever.
Oh, the Tinder swindler. I don't know.
No, not the Tinder swindler. Just regular people, and the guy will.
I know about like the feet pic people, the folks that sell the feet pics.
No,
or like the people who take advantage of the folks on Social Security. You know, we'll send you a couple pics
Like,
for a few type.
not even Social Security, because they go for like
You know,
more class.
vulnerable people that
Yeah. And then
I
they
can name a few right here online that I have met doing social media.
Yeah,
The
and
people
then
who
send
sell
them,
and buy.
but I'm saying like, and they do this, and they always have like the same sort of story, but they all like sent this man, the same man, like between $10,000 and $60,000 for various reasons. And I just, who does that to somebody they ain't never met? And how can I get in on this?
No, we don't want to be a part of. We're not gonna do that.
Not for entertainment purposes only.
Well, you know, Young Miami, she done made the perfect theme song for that.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
y'all ain't heard it?
Come on. Just give me a little bit. Give me a little bit.
Oh, girl, scamming.
No, I get it after here. I get it after here. Don't you worry.
Am I scamming? Hey.
Listen.
Yo, young one in the building. What's good with you, homie?
I mean, it's actually really sad because these people be but sometimes I just be like, how? I mean, I guess they be lonely. But
yeah. Well, I've personally talked like one particular person like off the ledge like 3 or 4 times. And I've seen them lose their rent money.
Yeah, it's crazy to a person you've never met.
To the same person that you swore you wouldn't do it with again. But it's a cycle. No, but here's the thing. And this is what I've had to learn in terms of like my work in social services. It is no different than the mentality of an abusive relationship. They go through cycles. They go through that honeymoon period. Oh, I'm sorry. They make up. They're going to start breaking them off again. Then they don't follow through with their promise to come visit or whatever. And then it's that same bam.
No, but it's
cycle
like
of abuse.
In this case, in one of these women, right? When she was telling her aunt about it, her aunt was like, "Oh, that's a scam. He's scamming you. That's not a real person. And, you know, that's not who you're really talking to, blah, blah, blah." Her aunt told her she hadn't talked to him in a couple of weeks because he was in the hospital. So she had been talking to his friend instead of him. Yeah. And then he got out the hospital and called her that same day. And she like all the thoughts that her aunt put in her head just flew out the window when she talked to him. Because, you know.
Yeah. That was their reset.
And then
we back.
He got sick, went into the hospital again. And the friend texted her and said, he died. He died.
Not he died.
Right?
Wow.
Months later, now after this, the friend is asking her for money to bury him, to, you know, for a service over here in this other country or whatever, right? She somehow figures out it's a scam, right? She's thinking, okay, I got scammed, and now blah blah blah. Months later, this guy resurfaces. He back to life. It's
a miracle. It's a miracle.
He had to fake his death because he was running from the people that he owed the money from, and since she couldn't give him all the money, they were still after him. So she was
still in.
Fell for it all over again. When I tell you, I was
this is what I'm telling you. Yes. When I was working in D-Town, I had to help a man get back home who had ridden on the Greyhound cross country, thinking he was moving into an apartment with a woman that he had paid for and had been sitting at the bus station for 2 days.
Wow.
Like, come on, man. Like, yeah. People are scoundrels out here.
People they be doing it to, it'd be sad. But at a certain point,
terrible.
Hey, that just shows mental health.
Yeah, for sure.
Mental health.
It does. I'm glad you're bringing it back
that
around.
Low self-esteem. That low self-esteem. Yes. Because that's how they're able to do it, is they pick the lonely people with low self-esteem, usually been through some stuff in their past.
Anybody else gonna treat them?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they've
anybody else
some stuff in their last relationships, and it's important when you get out of them relationships that do a thing to your psyche to get some help, because you can't be taking that back, carrying that baggage forever. You mess around and get love swindled,
Yeah. I thought this was turning into a Thursday night episode, but I like how we was able to full circle that moment. You know
Full
what I mean?
circle.
Bring it right back around. Well, with all of that being said, how are we really doing? What's really going on? What we want to talk about tonight? I got some things that I could talk about. If you want me to kick it off, and then we can kind of just see where the conversation goes from there. How you want to play these things?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Before we get started to move any further, I should say, y'all drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hey. Let us know what you're working on. Is it personal, employment, educational, whatever? You trying to run a marathon? What you trying to do? Tie your shoes with one hand? I don't know. Shit. But anyways, like we said previously, there are no prerequisites for joining this community. All you have to do is be trying to work towards being the best version of yourself, and that's what we are attempting to do on our journey. Ladies, I do have to let you know that we are officially in month numero 6. Hello, we are still going strong. And I am excited for all of us, the ups and downs, the resets. It has all been worth it, because here we are again for another episode, ready to bare our souls to the world, talking about the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the struggles of mental health, physical health, and spiritual health as it relates to our journey to being the best versions of ourselves.
And
And
this month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
oh, let's go check on the fellas.
Yes.
Don't leave us out there, because we will pretend like we are okay. And fellas, you do not have to. That doesn't mean be vulnerable with anybody, because they will take advantage of you. But find your people that you could be vulnerable with, and you do that. If you need to hit my inbox, you better hit it up. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, unless it's your grandma. Okay, maybe your grandma too. Where was I?
I'm sorry.
Fear. We were talking about fear a little bit earlier. I haven't been in my group in 4 weeks, and I think in 4 weeks we may have only done 2 episodes. And so it has been kind of easy for me to not even really be open about not having been in group in 4 weeks. And there was nothing really particular about why I hadn't been. One thing I have learned throughout my life about myself, in terms of my habits of isolation, my habits of like quitting things because of isolation, I realized that when you avoid things, when you utilize avoidant behaviors, it is harder and becomes harder the more you do that to get back going. And personally, I don't think that there was really any reason that I could identify as to why I wasn't going. Other than I'm still kind of struggling to see myself or find, where I really am in that group. But I recognize the importance of the role it plays in my life right now for accountability and support. I'm not currently utilizing the group to its full potential, or have come to a point in my life where I'm able to see that. But I think that partly played into it. I think kind of the timing on Monday nights, being tired after work. I could come up with a million excuses as to why I stopped going. But I'm glad that I started back tonight. And in the conversation tonight, it was fear of fear. And it talked about a husband and a wife who both were alcoholics, because Overeaters Anonymous, that is a group I participate in, is modeled after the Alcoholic Anonymous 12-step program. And so, with that being said, the husband had kind of got his stuff together multiple times. The wife never really did. She had these whole things going on in her mind in terms of like fear. She would never take a drink in the morning, because she was afraid that would really make her an alcoholic, or she would only drink around people who drank as much as her, so she didn't feel like, she was being like looked at or ostracized, or pointed out for her drinking habits and behaviors. Um, and I didn't really relate to any of those kind of things. She did talk about the isolation, which I do relate to. Um, I didn't go into detail on my sharing tonight, and I won't on the show, but I certainly can identify areas and times in my life when depression came from isolation, or chicken or the egg, which one came first, but they're byproducts of each other. But I certainly can see where they negatively impacted me in my life, whether it was personally or professionally, and certainly led to me being morbidly obese, which I've used that word here before on the show and made it great real. I don't know if it will tonight. But talking about that fear, I look back over my life and I related to the isolation. I related to doing things privately, because while I'm not like a super closet eater, it's not like I waited for people to go to bed for me to break out my secret stash to munch up. But I certainly behave differently around people versus eating alone. Eating alone, I'll make a bigger plate and I will smash. Eating around other people, I will be dainty. I will make a smaller plate. I will be neat. I don't want to be messy. Fat people are always already labeled as slobs, things like that. I don't know that I consciously thought of that, but I can recognize that's the way I moved. But then I think about like my eating behaviors, and at times I, like I said, would do some things quietly. Like there were times, I've shared this before, where I would wait for my brothers to finish eating so I could finish their plates, and I didn't need to really do that. But then there were also times where I really bigged up it. And I don't know if I talked about this on the show or not before, but I used to be able to eat a junior bacon cheeseburger with one bite. Maybe I did share this. And like, it was to the point where like my brothers, Josh and Joe, they would kind of use me as like a gambling tool, to where they would get other people to buy the burgers to see me eat it, and then kind of make wagers as to whether or not I could do it. You know what I mean? And then I also think about like, this is maybe not like a big one, but it certainly plays into my mental health of like going to the buffet and talking about, oh, how we gonna kill it tonight. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we were finna really tear this thing up. To try not to draw attention to the fact that I'm really finna go in here and overeat and like binge. Like that's what's really about to happen here. But I'm trying to make it like a competitive thing, or a, who can eat the most kind of thing. And so fear certainly presents in a multitude of ways, but I always try to bring things back around to a positive perspective. Mm-hmm. And so while I recognize that I don't think that fear will ever go away, but I do think it's important how you navigate fear. And so I think for me, I'm trying to use it as a motivator. Okay. Like being afraid to go back, or being afraid to fail, or being afraid to achieve the things that I want to say that I want to achieve for myself, using it in that perspective, wanting to give myself the best opportunity to live. I don't know if that is the right perspective. I haven't quite figured out the right recipe yet, but that's how I'm managing fear now, because I'm not going to pretend like I still don't have, urges to isolate at times, or, I get in my head about whatever. There's this body image group that I'm thinking about. It's like a seminar or something I was thinking about going to. Does that make me soft?
No. Not at all.
I'm just keeping it a buck. Can I just be who I am? I feel like there was a lot of judgment on your face, Bri.
Just because you thought it would make you soft. Like, we just talked about men's mental health and being vulnerable, and then you turn around and say something that make me soft.
I'm still working. I'm still trying to get it together. You hear what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get hey, y'all in the comment section. Yeah. I'm still trying to get it together over here. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking about potentially going to a body imaging thing, so I can be comfortable with the gobbler that's going to be pulling up under my chin.
Be nice to yourself.
I be trying. Well, I said a whole lot. Of nothing and something. I hope somebody took something out of that. But anybody else got an update? What's going on in your life? What you working on? I did have some fun this weekend.
I had some fun this weekend too. I think for me, um, I'm trying to figure out how to break the cycle of my depression.
Mm.
Um, and I talked to my therapist about this. I noticed that when I'm doing really good, I think subconsciously I self sabotage and I go back to those old bad habits.
Sure.
And then I feel bad about it.
Mm.
And I get in a depression. And then I isolate. I don't want to
Yeah.
be around anybody. Um, but the best way for me to fight I've realized is I have to somehow find the strength to do the opposite of isolate. I need to go and be around people. I
Mm-hmm.
need, like this Saturday, I was telling you earlier that me and my friend, we took the kids to an army birthday celebration. There was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
walking, and I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna be tired. But I walked almost a mile, and it wasn't really that bad on my body like I thought it was gonna be.
Good.
Which motivated me to be like, okay, I can do this.
You just
I
need
can,
to see it. You just need to see
you
it a little bit.
know, so that motivated me to get back to doing what I know that I need to be doing.
Yeah,
Like you said,
yeah.
in month 6, and I'm not where I was in January, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not where I want to be,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
All
So
right. All right. All right.
I'm good. Starting over as usual. Just
Are
trying to,
we still making treks towards surgery? Is that still the long term plan?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
my last appointment with my primary on the 16th. After I have that appointment and she sends that paperwork over to my insurance, I'm going to talk with my surgeon and ask him where that date at.
Yeah. All right.
Everything else has been done.
Hey,
Where's
what we waiting on, Doc? What we waiting on? Hey, come on now. Hey, what she say? You working on that title? Hey, you working on that title?
where that date at?
Where that date at?
Let me get it.
Hey, man. At you. Bree,
What's up?
talk to us.
I don't really have many updates. I am kind of in the same space. Which is really weird. I am like preemptively emotional or expecting like I'm not. So like I'm going out of town at the end of the month, right? And
Yeah.
I will be out of town during my therapy session. So she's like, do you want to reschedule for that week, or do you want to just meet the next week? Or oh no, because the next week is a holiday. So she's like, so it'll be, a few weeks before we see each other. And I'm like, that's gonna be a hard time. So I don't know. Let me feel it out or whatever, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know. It's a weird feeling like preemptively being emotional, or like knowing that I'm going to this whole time period is like hard.
Yeah.
But like for the past 2 years in June, um, for both of my parents is when both of their health started to like took a really drastic turn.
Sure.
Well, my dad's was actually the at the end of May, but it was like, or maybe it was June. I don't quite remember the date, but it was like the day after my daughter's graduation that he had went into his coma. And so, and then for my mom, it was at the end of June. But it's like, I'm just, I'm trying to, because the past 2 years were really largely spent in the hospital, the past 2 summers. I'm trying to enjoy the summer, but at the same time, like all of the things that I haven't done in the past couple years, it's like I know I didn't do these things. So I'm in this like headspace to where it's getting me I can't really say where I'm isolating so much is because I'm always in the house,
Mm.
but it does have me like in a mood where I can't do stuff. Like I'm having a very hard time focusing at work. I'm having a hard time keeping up on housework, like doing the simplest task. It's like, my body is just like shutting down basically. And so and then like you said, you get the depression and then you get the guilt. Like I should have been doing this. I needed to get up and do these dishes. I needed to do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so, I was talking to my therapist about it, and um, the way that I am like trying to deal with or at least alleviating the guilt and not being so hard on myself is like
Sure.
using the clinical terms for what's happening. Like my body, my mind are in conflict. I'm feeling this. I'm in this. My brain is in this state. It's causing me to do this. Because of these things, I'm not able to get up and do the dishes. But I have to literally like tell myself the clinical scientific, this is what is happening inside my body. And this is why I can't get up and do it, to like stop that guilt. Because like, she's like, you just have to let yourself sometimes do or not do, you know what I mean? Like you have to give yourself that mental break sometimes. And it's like, but how do I do that without feeling, so she's like, try using the actual scientific terms for what is happening to you, so that you can't argue, you can't say, well,
sometimes
you should be
too
doing
damn
this
smart for your own good.
She's like, you can't argue science.
When you gotta start digging out the
mean?
scientific terms to overcome, you know what I mean? You be like, oh, I gotta shut
grief
down.
is hard.
Yeah.
Somebody commented and said grief is so hard. Take it one day at a time. Be gentle with yourself.
Yes, it's very hard.
Have you thought about taking short-term disability with your job? Do they offer that?
Oh, I can't afford that. I'm paying tuition, supplementing my daughter's income. I
get it. I
can't afford it.
That was one of the things I noticed very early on, because in terms of like grief and like wanting to take time away, or like whether or not one needed time, but just recognizing how some people are afforded that opportunity and some people are not. You know what I mean? Some people are blessed to be economically secure where they can step away, or they work a job that, makes provisions for that. But most people, they got to show up the next day, or you know what I mean?
Honestly, my job gives, and this is almost sad because it does have so many other benefits, right? But my job gives 2 days for immediate family of bereavement.
I got 3 on this one. Yeah, each job is a little different, but I got 3.
We get 3 total, but that's only if you have 2 family members die. You can get 2 for one and then 1 for another family member. In 1 year time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks, but yeah,
I wouldn't even work in a full-time job that allowed me that. I was just so blessed that the permanent teaching assignment that I had at the time understood, and what we were going into a pandemic already. They weren't going to take a day or 2 away from me. Even though
does your time improve in a good way?
For me,
yeah.
So I work for the state. So our time is negotiated in our contract every 4 years. We get 1 sick day a month. We start the year with 3 personal days. Again, you get 3 bereavement days total in a year, but that's for 2, 2 for one, and then 1 if you get 1 other family member. And that's for immediate family. So this is even if your child dies, like you get 2 days. And then we get a vacation time after the 15th of every month. we get a certain amount, but it depends on how many years you've worked for the state.
Okay.
So I get a full day, 1 hour and 52 minutes or something like that, which each, you know, month. So if you save it up, it would equal to like 15 days.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Because I was trying to think, because sometimes depending on how your time accrues, you can kind of play with the system a little bit to kind of get your vacation in a little bit, to take some days off because you got the weekend and stuff like that. That's why I was trying to see if that would work. Because
yeah, no, it was terrible because both of my parents, when they passed, it was like at the same time that I was already had taken vacation time because I was taking a kid to college. So it was literally like they passed on a Friday. The funeral was the next Friday, and then I had to take a kid to college the next Friday. So it was like,
that's
yeah,
hard.
I was struggling.
That's rough. Because sometimes we get tired of masking, and what I mean by that, we get tired of putting on this front like we are okay and we are functioning and we're getting the stuff done. And sometimes you just need to just have a break to be like, just.
I heard somebody recently say they allowed themselves to feel it. And I don't even remember the context of the question or what they were feeling, but they allowed themselves to feel it. And I think that's one of the things that you learn as you learn to apply healthy coping skills and understand more about yourself, is that you can and you will, you know, kind of overcome and make that progress. But you gotta be nice to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta make room for you to feel it. And that doesn't mean to the point that it overwhelms you, right? Because it's one thing to let it become the only thing that you can see. And it's another way to figure out how to do it in a healthy way where you can kind of make space for it and process it. I think it just comes back to that intentionality that most of us don't apply because it requires a certain level of discipline that we wouldn't be here for the most part if we had, right, to a certain degree, whether it was mental health or eating too much or whatever, you know what I mean? So we need to be nice to ourselves. We need to hold ourselves accountable, but we have to allow ourselves to feel it.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we'll always hit those walls to where it becomes overwhelming, and it's almost like we're back at the day when it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just
I mean,
specifically with
sometimes
that, but
there's
just
certain
general.
things. I mean, and I think with therapy, it allows you to not only feel it, but like be able to like process those feelings and what they mean. And like I am finding that although I still tear up and cry, I am able to talk about my mom more than I could before. And it still makes me sad, but before I couldn't even, like, it was just too much to even talk about, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So,
No, not right now. No.
Certain things, you know, we're you know, and now I can, not right now, but this isn't a good example, but I can tell stories and stuff, and we can, like, me and the kids will be like, oh, remember when this happened, blah blah blah, and it doesn't make me cry every time now. So you know, I'm making progress, but
I was about to say, you see measurable progress. Yeah.
Yes. And I do have actual measurable progress because my therapist asked me my last session, and I was like, no. And I didn't even realize, but when exactly it happened. But I feel like it's been a few weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. But I don't cry every day anymore. I was crying every day. I was crying myself to sleep every day. Like, I was crying every day. I don't cry every day anymore. And I don't know when I stopped. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
So right now is not a good example, but I am making progress.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Yes, yeah. I'm about to say it ain't even been a year yet, Bri. You know what I mean? But you're doing, you're doing amazing, and you're going to continue to, make progress and grow. and you'll be able to tell those stories more and more
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then in other news, as I can relate to Aja in another way, when she said she's not where she was, but she's not where she want to be. I'm getting ready to go, like I said, on a little trip at the end of the month, and I'm not quite where I want it to be. I imagined in my
What
head,
you mean? I just seen you.
I imagined in my head,
Brother, I
right?
just seen her in real life in person.
I imagined in
I'm
my
sorry.
head already having my breast reduction, like I imagine being
Not like
further than
healed
I
up
am.
already.
Yeah, I
Oh,
imagine going on this
oh.
vacation
You what?
semi
This wasn't
snatched.
supposed to be this. This wasn't supposed to be the Stella trip, was it? Oh
No, no, no. But the
Lord,
but this trip
Stella.
was essentially the same time. Like when I
Yeah, yeah.
talked about this in December, I had basically like, okay, by month 6, I should be, I'm thinking by April I should have been getting the breast
Okay.
reduction and then been,
You couldn't have
so
calculated or anticipated the complications you was gonna have with the medicine now.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, that's a big, contributor.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you have made huge progress. We
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
to big
I
up you
mean,
for sure. Not just mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Come on, we've been talking about it. Praise God. We both
it's
been trying
just
to talk about Jesus a little more. Aja
yeah.
too in the name of Jesus.
But yeah, I did want to, in my head I was cuter in these cause, and see, this be the problem, and I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to other people and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
But when you're going on a trip with people with, like I wanted to be able to not be the frumpy person in the picture for what, you know what I
I get
mean?
it. I get it.
And here we go, another vacation where I'm not gonna want to post the pictures because I'm the frumpy looking person in the
I took
pictures.
I took a
Or when
selfie
somebody else
with
posts it, I'll be like, "Why you post that picture?" Like, I just want to have one vacation where it's not me in that picture for that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
Maybe
kind of
next
felt
year.
like
Maybe
I
next year.
felt that a little bit before. But that is when I completely caught myself by surprise. But because by that time I didn't realize how far I had gotten. If that makes sense, I think you still have one photo yourself that documents that time period of my life. Uh, but yeah, that's real. Like not being where you want to be.
Yeah.
Because I sure wish I was a lot farther. I took a picture yesterday with G Mama, and I asked my pops to take the photo, and he got it from a horrible angle. Had all this out.
Because when I tell
You
you,
can't
they
even say
just
had all this out. You can see it. I'm sorry. Had all that out, and I was like, "Come here, G Mama," and I just did a little selfie. Just trying to get the up here part. That's
they
why
be
I'm
out
not
here
ready
having
yet.
you all bad, and then and that's the part is I know my daughter probably gonna be the one taking most of the pictures, right?
Mm.
And she's not good at helping you catch your angles, right? At all. And I feel like for a Gen Z person, she should be much better
She
at
should be
this.
much better with the camera.
Much
They
better
know
at
how to
this.
get low. They know how to do. They know how to
But
work
she
it.
know how, like she know how,
Oh,
she
for
don't need
her,
no coaching.
she
So
know
I
where
guess she feel
her.
like I know how to do me, you should know how to do you. But I don't. I need you to help me,
Help
help
me,
me not
please.
be
Help
so
me.
frumpy. Help me.
I usually just say, "Make me look thin."
So yeah, no. And
Yeah.
she'll be like, I am not a magician. Like, what do you want this camera to do?
I mean, that's the reality of the situation. Just do your best
She's
job,
like, what do you
okay?
want this
Do your
camera to
best.
do?
Try to zoom out some, motherfucker. Go stand back a few more feet. Shit.
Well, I hope that on this trip you are able to enjoy it, not think about anything that's going on at home and everything, and you just be able to. Where you going?
So I'm going to Fort Lauderdale for my niece's graduation. She
Okay.
is getting her doctorates in
Okay.
something with education,
Isn't it administration, education
administration or
administration,
something.
something like
Yeah.
that? I just want to shout out to the Dr. Mama if she's ever watching this, and that only means something to you. But Dr. Mama, shout out to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get to enjoy yourself and not.
Yeah, I tagged on a couple extra days to try to make it a little getaway because I need to put my feet in some sand. Even though I'm gonna be honest, people try to talk about us in Chicago, and I'm not supposed to advertise it too much because we're currently gatekeeping to try to keep our prices reasonable because we're still
y'all got good gas up there or something.
No, we're still okay compared to like New York and LA as far as city stuff goes. So we're trying to keep our rates low. So we gatekeeping. So I'm not supposed to tell people for real, but I actually prefer our beach to Florida beaches because they have so much seaweed and it'd be so dirty. And I'm not a huge fan of oceans for real because it's way too much, jellyfish and sharks and all, the lake's cool.
Oh, beer bottles and beer cans. Ugly fish. They got fish that can bite you there with 3 eyes in Chicago water. You got mutated.
I mean, we do have flying mosquitoes, and the actually there is no sand. The beaches are all concrete. With their concrete beaches, they are awful.
You see
Don't come here. Don't. You might get shot 3 times trying to go to the concrete beach. No
you can't say that. I think you're supposed to say, I don't know, punctured by a projectile or something.
Oh, okay. You might get hurt.
Be careful of flying objects. UFOs abound. I don't know. Unidentified flying objects.
There's also coyotes roaming around.
Okay.
That's a true story. Actually.
What type of coyotes? Is it the animal or it's the animal? I didn't know which one you were talking about.
No, actual coyotes.
I thought we might have been trying to bring some old immigrants up to Chicago. I wasn't sure. I just, praise the Lord. I didn't know. But the beaches, so you heard it here first, folks. Apparently, according to a Chicagoan, the Chicago beaches are better than that of the tropical paradises of places like Florida.
I won't say tropical paradises because the islands, there's I don't know. In Mexico's beach wasn't as bad as Florida. Florida's beach. I mean, because I lived in Miami for a bit, and on North Beach, we lived on South Beach, we lived in North Beach.
So you just got used to it.
And it's just so much seaweed.
Huh. Do they like clean it up or something? I went to Florida just.
I don't know.
I guess
we don't have seaweed because it's not a sea. Like it's.
No, but they have other stuff. It looked like seaweed. It'll get on you. There'd be some green stuff, green plant material in y'all water. Y'all have something.
No,
it's a plant in y'all. Plants.
When you been to this lake? Because that sounds crazy.
There's underwater plants in every body of water.
Okay, but it's not washing up.
Plants grow there. Yeah. Well, that's because y'all don't really have a real beach.
Exactly, it's concrete. Don't come here.
It ain't got nothing to wash up on good.
That's right.
I've never been to a Chicago beach. It's a really nice.
You got 63 miles of beach, but hey.
And it's gonna be all people there ages 12 to 21, just in big mobs doing bunches of nothing, preventing you from having a good time.
Yes, don't come here. All the beaches, all along, all 63 miles of beach are dangerous with these teenagers and the teen takeovers. The whole city. Don't come here.
I keep forgetting that's what they're called, teen takeovers. Are you experiencing teen takeovers down where you at?
I don't know. I stay in the house.
She said they ain't taking over nothing over here.
They ain't taking over in my house.
I don't know what they're doing in the community, but I'll tell you where they're not. My child is sick.
She ain't taking over nothing.
No. That is funny right there. They shut down a little carnival at the mall up this way. They started fighting around the other side of the building. The police put a post out on social media talking about get your children. We're going to arrest, ticket, and tase.
And I
That's a
heard
3.
that. Do that. Come get your kids. Come get your badass kids.
Yeah, you know. I told Bree recently that event made me second guess my position on the curfew in Chicago.
He was
Because I'm like,
arguing me down about this
why they
curfew, and I'm
can't be
like, no, they need
outside?
to get that. Well, I mean, what is you outside downtown just walking around for past 10 when you
To be in
ain't
the
got
house.
no business? Yeah, get your ass in the house.
I was just thinking
Leave this
about
outside for
myself.
grown folks. I'm trying to go out, and I'm not trying to
Okay,
encounter a mob of children.
you
Right.
got to experience the neighborhoods I would have walked through after 10 o'clock at night, and that's what we were doing. And I was thinking about my own childhood. We came and went as we wanted, and we moved all of them through there. You know what I mean? And I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Occasionally, we got
Yeah,
into things maybe
but
we shouldn't
a
have,
group of
but
like 10 to 15 of y'all, right?
yeah,
They
it looked
converge on in social media, and then they all converge together. And so instead of 10 and 15 to 20 people, it's 150 to 200 people, and
yeah,
that
that's
becomes
too
a whole
much.
different situation.
Yeah.
I don't think they could even get 150 people together in my little community. Praise God.
I mean, again, we got 3 million people. 150 ain't nothing.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Right, that's just
That's
the city
literally
block.
that's a splash.
That's just the city block. That's just the
Oh
neighbors.
no! Yay, yay, yay! Well,
So
let
yeah,
me see what the score is. Ooh, the Knicks are down by 5. 10:36 left in the fourth quarter. I know we don't typically give sports updates, but it is game
yeah,
3
my
of the
kids,
NBA
I can hear
Finals.
them shouting.
Okay. Oh, that's because they going for the Spurs. Get his ass
Mhm.
Wimby. Fade away. Passes it. Throws it away like a goofy. Oh, my bad. We're going to get back to the show.
I,
What you eyeing about? I did have a beautiful time this weekend. I alluded to that earlier. I was blessed to be able to go and spend some time with my G Mama. We watched the Michael Jackson movie. I did pay for it, just not in the traditional sense. I put a little extra in on the collection plate on Sunday morning, and that's just how we handled that. I was a little tired after yesterday because it was a long day. However, it did conclude relatively well. It concluded with me trying to find um, grenades that disperse pepper spray and could clear out a whole block for my niece.
can I tell you? Wait, I got to just segue right here. Can I
Okay,
tell
go
you
ahead.
how his niece texted him and said, "Can you take me to get some pepper spray?" Right?
Uh-huh.
Just trying to be safe. Can you get me some pepper spray? This
That did
man is
happen.
talking about some. I was gonna give her a flashbang, but those apparently are illegal. I'm like, what is? What? All she wanted was pepper spray. What are you trying to have this child? She's not
Yo,
going to war. She's not going to war.
I was trying to get a couple grenades, but I'm
He
not.
getting
They
grenades
have
and
Where
stuff.
you
it.
Talking
live?
about some. I mean, you just
Huh?
gotta pull the pin and
She
get
live in the
spray.
same community I do.
Oh, okay. So it's
And
legal for pepper spray there?
she walking the same streets that I would have walked as a child, except she's a she and I was a he, and I'm like a million times bigger than she is. But yeah, pepper spray is legal in all of the states. What I was trying to get her was not legal. I was going for a bear spray that shoots 40 feet, but
Oh.
you can't use that on people. And then there's
Bear spray.
well, and mountain bear and mountain
It
lion
said
spray.
bear and mountain lion. I was like, she's not fighting mountain lions. Like, what are you doing?
Yo, but I wanted to. So this in my
Trying
mind,
to
this is
get
what was
her
finished.
arrested.
This is what was fixing to happen. So she's walking, minding her own business, like she does. And danger is approaching, or is spidey senses have gone
And
off. You see what I'm saying? So what you do is they coming at you. You deploy the flashbang, boom. So you don't confuse them, and then you hit them with the smoke, so you can irritate their eyes. And if they make it through there, then you hit them with that bear spray because it can hit them from 40 feet out.
I was like, all she wanted was pepper spray.
You know what I'm saying? They told me a couple of videos I watched said that little key ring one could get them off of you for about 40 minutes. But I wasn't sure. I figured I didn't even want them to be able to get good in her proximity. You know what I'm saying? be able to wall off the. But this is what they said: one, the bear spray, can't put it on people, and then two, the grenade, the bang, because it's an explosion. Not really sure about the legalities of that. Not a yes or a no. It's kind of a gray area, but you might not want to try it. They said. The flashbang that was completely out. So I mean, we did settle on an item that shoots 20 feet. It's a gel product, and it should do what it need to do. But it's safe. It's legal. I mean, yeah. But before that, I started my day going to worship, which I really need to start going to worship more because what I realized, if my plantar fasciitis wasn't bothering me the way it has been, meaning that my left foot be in a lot of pain in the heel region, it really is an aerobic activity. You know what I mean? Going in there, doing your little dancing and you're swaying and you're clapping and you're raising your hand. It's almost like a Richard Simmons video. If you do not go to worship regularly, I encourage you to go because you could get a full body workout. You know what I mean?
I have closed my rings at church.
See that? You see what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. So, God will bless you, okay? You just have to be willing to bless yourself. Half the battle is showing up, you know what I mean? And so you can not only get fed spiritually, but you could get a workout physically. You hear me? Just show up to any church in the continental United States. Unless they don't stand up for their hymns or praise and worship songs or choir, then if they don't stand up, don't go there because, well, there's going to be a lot of... You're gonna be on blood pressure medicine if you go to that church. Excuse me, my bad. Where was I?
We can do the Bible verse.
Oh, it's time for the Bible verse.
All right, so everything that we kind of talked about kind of ties into this verse, and so it's Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. And I love that scripture because it says all things. So that means the good and the bad. Even my depression and my cycles and all of that stuff that I've been going through is working for my good.
Come on.
Yeah. So.
Even when you ain't thinking about it, when you on track and feeling good and ready to go work out, and when you don't want to get up in the morning, the good and the bad. One thing that I continually have to go back to, because it's one thing to acknowledge that God is always working, because we certainly don't really get in a good space. Because that's the people that leave God the quickest is the ones that's doing all right. Because at some point in life, you lose the gratitude, or you lose the appreciation, or you don't think that you have achieved this with the help of someone else. You start thinking that you have achieved it on your own. And so through the good and the bad, it's hard to acknowledge it in the bad, even though you're asking for help. Because when do you ask for it? When you need it, when you're down and out, when you can't see a way, when you have gone through every thought in your head, trying to find a remedy on your own, and then you ask for help, but you don't see the help because of the despair that you're in the moment, puts a blind on you to even be able to see it. But when you come out, at least for me, praise God, I hope you finally see. Usually when you could come out, you find a level of appreciation and gratitude, but it's hard to see it while you're in it. You can do a whole lot of begging and it ain't a whole lot of appreciation. So it's a fine-edged sword, you know. We categorize good as if good is good, but good can be bad if we forget that good didn't come because of us. It came because God was working both in the bad and in the good.
Yes, yes. Amen.
Come on now.
It sounds like you got the last word.
Who, me? I think that was Oz's way of telling me it's time to go, yo. You get that title together yet? Praise the Lord. Yo, So it has been another beautiful episode. We appreciate each and every one of you who has hung out on this evening, whether you stayed for a little bit or a long time. You mean a lot to us. Remember, you don't have to be trying to lose weight to be a part of this community. All you have to do is be trying to become the best version of yourself. We will be back, same bat time, same bat place, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Central Time, unless Bri has her way. Until then, I am the Milkman.
It's your girl Aja, representing Aspect 3 Health.
And this is your girl, Just Bri. Just got thrown to the wolves.
That's because she
for no reason, except for the fact that I fell asleep last week.
Oh, just because.
Except for the fact that I fell asleep. I was tired, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Much love to each and every one of you. We are out of here, and we will see you next week. Find the button, Milkman. There it is. Yee!